Francis Ngannou versus Ciryl Gane takes place this weekend in the main event of UFC 270, Ngannou versus Gane, and I can't wait for this heavyweight main event. The belts are on the line. The interim champion Ciryl Gane, undefeated in his entire MMA career so far, completely flawless, other than some certain fights where he went the distance against Alexander Volkov and maybe lost the first round. Ciryl Gane has pretty much looked unbeatable since joining the UFC and since starting his MMA career in general, and he's taking on the undisputed heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou. I guess the fact that an interim belt exists actually doesn't make Ngannou the undisputed champion per se, but he's the undisputed heavyweight champion, the real heavyweight champion. There's no doubt about that. He beat Stipe Miocic, KO'd him in the second round, looked amazing in the process, redeemed himself after losing the first time, and now his first title defense is against Ciryl Gane. I mean, it's actually crazy to me because when you look at the activity of the two of them, I mean, Ngannou's probably fought 2 or 3 times since Ciryl Gane's even been in the UFC, and still, he's already at the top of the division, looking for that world championship against Francis Ngannou, his former sparring partner, which I believe has just taken this entire bout to another level of interest. The fact that they have that sparring footage of Ciryl Gane just completely embarrassing Francis Ngannou is just worth so much money. It's like when they dropped McGregor versus Paulie Malignaggi in the build-up to Floyd Mayweather versus McGregor. That added a lot of pay-per-view value. I feel like the discussion about them being sparring partners changes the dynamic of this fight massively. We're going to talk about that in a second, but who do I believe is going to win and be called the baddest man on the planet the day after this event, this Sunday? Who will be the baddest man on the planet? I believe it's going to be Ciryl Gane. I think he's going to beat Francis Ngannou, and I think he's going to finish him in the later rounds as well, because I just don't see him... I don't see Ngannou surviving the investment of Gane. Gane's a big investor in the MMA game. Teeps to the body, front kicks to the body, oblique kicks to the legs, regular leg kicks, inside leg kicks. Like, he will chop anywhere he can find. He'll throw some calf kicks here and there as well. He's got a strong jab. He'll piece you up nicely on the feet with his hands if he needs to. Good knees to the body in the clinch. Good clinch work in general. Good ground game. He can go to the ground, get heel hooks. He can go to the ground, get an arm triangle against a submission specialist. I believe it was in Rafael Pessoa, if I'm not mistaken, submitted him with an arm triangle. I mean, he can do it all. He's got cardio. He can go 5 rounds. He can go 5 rounds at an extremely high pace against Alexander Volkov. I mean, that might have been one of the more high-paced heavyweight bouts from both parties over the distance of 5 rounds for a very long time. I know there's been certain fights where there's been a war back and forth for 5 rounds, but like Velasquez versus JDS, it was sort of more one-sided towards Velasquez's favour, but Volkov held his own, and he is actually a nightmare-style matchup for Ciryl Gane because he's a technical striker who's bigger and almost rangier than Ciryl Gane on the feet, and he can play that game with Ciryl Gane. I don't think a power puncher is going to do okay against Ciryl Gane because Ciryl Gane's got the cardio, got the submission ability, he's got a decent chin from the shots we've seen him hit with so far in his career, because he has been hit by shots and he's taken them well. Chin check, good. Conditioning, good. Versatility, good. Wrestling, good. Takedown defense, good. Leg kicks at range, good. Jab, good. Boxing, good. Kickboxing, good. Now, Ngannou has this power, but he also has now an increased level of skill behind that power. You can't tell me that skill went into his Rosenstruik KO, but you can tell me that skill went into his Stipe Miocic KO. That's the difference in Francis Ngannou in only a few bouts that he's had. I believe one bout, right? He beat Rosenstruik, and then he just went straight into taking on Stipe Miocic. Man, Ngannou has been extremely inactive, and that is a big deal. I think he fought Rosenstruik at UFC 249 at the start of this whole synchronized sneezing of the world situation that I can't quite say the name of through risk of getting demonetized or something like that. So, I think Ngannou fought Rosenstruik at UFC 249, Ferguson versus Gaethje, at the start of this whole synchronized sneezing from around the world. And then he fought Stipe in March of last year. And now he's coming back again January this year. That's going to be 10 months. I mean, man, Ngannou's been extremely inactive. And Ciryl Gane has not wasted any time since getting to the UFC. He has just gone through everyone. Month after month after month. I mean, he joined in 2019. He had 3 fights in 2019. Took on... I didn't realise how active he'd actually been. Ciryl Gane in August of 2019 beat Rafael Pessoa in his debut. I was correct. It was Rafael Pessoa. He then beat Dontel Mays by submission in the 3rd round. And when I say submission in the 3rd round, this was not a Hail Mary submission, okay? This was, I kind of feel like submitting him. Not even joking you. Not even joking you. He toyed with Dontel Mays for 3 rounds, beat the living shit out of him, landed some of the nastiest body kicks I've seen in MMA, and then decided in the 3rd round, I kind of feel like a submission. And just went for it, got it, and got the submission on Dontel Mays. That was in October, so August 2019, October 2019. And then not enough for Ciryl Gane, December in 2019, he takes on Tanabosa, who's a capable heavyweight. Like, at the time, not many people had heard about Tanabosa, but he went on a decent run. I know he lost to Arlovski, but he's now back on a win. He's a capable heavyweight, and Ciryl Gane schooled him over 3 rounds, showed that he had great cardio. Then JDS in 2020, he was a little bit inactive in 2020, because of the whole world going to shit, you know what I mean? 2021, he came back, another 3 fights, beat Jairzinho Rozenstruik in February, came back in June, beat Alexander Volkov, came back in August, beat Derek Lewis. I mean, there's no fucking breaks for Ciryl Gane. This is one of his longer breaks that he's had in his career, and he's coming back against Francis Ngannou in January, and I think he's got it, man. I think he's got this one in the bag. I think he's too versatile, and I think he can just do what other heavyweights can't do, and that's move and strike at the same time. And that's going to be a big difference here. As much as people credit, and I remember saying, wow, my God, the footwork of Stipe in the DC rematch. That seems like an embarrassing statement now. You know what I mean? Like, when you really look at what Ciryl Gane is doing at heavyweight, it makes you feel like any compliment. Remember when Travis Brown was called like a footwork genius? When he first came onto the scene? Wow, Travis Brown, this guy moves like a welterweight. In hindsight, no he fucking doesn't. He moves like a guy who can move his legs, which is a lot of guys. And Ciryl Gane genuinely looks like Wonder Boy out there. Bouncing around, shimmying in, shimmying out, jab, jab, feint, feint, leg kick at range, oblique kick, front teep to the body. I mean, this guy's got everything in his arsenal. And I just can't pick a sledgehammer over a Swiss Army knife. I can't do it, man. The sledgehammer's fucking good. It really is. And he can land that KO blow. And I said this in my full card prediction video. I would love to pick Ngannou. It's so fucking easy. It'd be me making a video for however many minutes long, just saying to you guys, 1-punch KO power, man. 1-punch KO power, dude. Oh, well, you know, 1-punch KO power. But Guru, what about this statistic and that statistic and all of these statistics that are in favour of Ciryl Gane? I can read you out hundreds as we speak. Well, you know, 1-punch KO power, dude. Fuck it. 1-punch KO power, we'll see if it happens. And honestly, I'm angry because I originally picked Ciryl Gane when I believe he was evens or maybe even a slight underdog against Francis Ngannou, but they had very similar odds at one point, so I thought I'm taking Ciryl Gane here. Since then, Ngannou's become quite a sizable underdog, so he's actually worth a pick if you want to make money. Like, I think this is an extremely close fight, but I think it leans the direction of Ciryl Gane, and I don't make predictions based on betting odds. I make predictions based on who I believe is going to win. And I believe the majority of the time that these two fight, Gane will win. He's going to keep the distance. He's going to pick it in Ngannou. And you know what I'm going to say as well? He might not throw a strike for 3 minutes. I don't know what game plan he's really going to use. We don't actually know. He might come out and try and be aggressive against Ngannou and sort of like show Ngannou like, you ain't going to fucking walk me down. I'm going to have some threats for you as well. But other than that, I could really see Ciryl Gane doing nothing in the first 3 minutes. The first 2 minutes. Just moving. Moving around. Dancing around. What's Ngannou throwing? I'll avoid Ngannou. I'm not going to focus on what I'm doing first. Give me 2 minutes. I'll see what Ngannou's got for me. Is he going to come out super aggressive? Right, he's not doing that. He's missed a couple of leg kicks already. I've moved out the way of them. He's tried one combo. It's missed. I'm going to start sticking a jab out there. I'm going to start feinting a little bit at him and see how he reacts. He wants to check hook, does he? Right, oblique kick. Right, let me try feinting again. Right, I'll jab Ngannou from here. Oh, that landed. Okay, so his distance management isn't so good. Right, let me see. Oh, he's coming at me. I'll move. I'm bouncing. I'll throw another feint. There's that check hook again. Interesting. He looks like he's going for an uppercut. Smack. Hard leg kick from Ciryl Gane at range. Teep to the body. Jab upstairs. And we're moving. And we're dancing around. In the big octagon as well, which is a big deal because remember, Stipe Ngannou 2 was fought in the smaller octagon. And man, when there's two heavyweights in there, you can really tell the size difference of a smaller octagon. And Stipe didn't really have many places to move out there. Ngannou was in his face. He took 2 steps forward and Stipe was back against the cage. There's just not as much space to move and run. And I say run, I genuinely mean run. Like, genuinely turn your back and get the fuck out of there, Pierre. And this works because he's fucking French as well. Get out of there, Pierre, against Ngannou is going to work much better in a bigger octagon. And I just can't go against the skill level that I'm witnessing here, man. I've never seen anything like it at heavyweight. Never seen anything like it. He made Volkov look average in certain moments of that fight. Volkov started good and had some success because he was throwing a lot of leg kicks early on to try and slow down Gane. But that just showed me that, hey, you can't even, like, chop this guy down and make him worse. Volkov landed a lot of good shots to the body, to the legs of Gane, to the head of Gane. And Gane just kind of shook him off, like, I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to move just as good in the 4th and 5th round. I'm still going to move just as good in the 2nd and 3rd. Like, I feel like Gane's got this one in the bag. I think he's too versatile. In hindsight, Stipe doesn't have a teep kick. He does not have a teep kick. Stipe doesn't have a jab. Think in your brain, really, like, just how many tools did Stipe have to deal with Ngannou? Sure, he had the grappling, which is a big deal here, and that can put some fear in Ngannou from not wanting to end up on the ground. But he's not that big anymore. He's a lot smaller than Ngannou. Ciryl Gane's a bit bigger, and he's more muscle mass than Stipe is. He's more useful weight than what Stipe has, I would say, for MMA at least. And he's got takedowns of his own. Like, he's got some throws to the ground that he's used. He's used a couple of sweeps in his career as well. He can fight against a cage and push someone there and use the clinch and land knees to the body and stuff like that. Like, I think this is going to take place in very different ranges, and not one of them is going to be in the pocket. It's going to be at range, teep kicks to the body, oblique kicks to the leg, inside, outside leg kicks and jabs, or it's going to be way in close, looking for tie clinch to blast knees and elbows, back in on the clinch, look for an outside trip, see if Ngannou wants to do anything. I think this is going to take place in 2 different ranges, and I think Ciryl Gane is just adept enough to know the difference between those ranges and how to get from one to the other safely. Now, Ngannou is going to be looking for that uppercut, and I do want to talk about this as well. Like, the sparring footage is going to be in favour of Ciryl Gane. I mentioned this when I broke down the sparring footage in the first place. It's light sparring. Ngannou's not throwing 100% power. If he is, it's different sparring. It will be different sparring between the 2 of them. But also in light sparring, Gane's shots ain't having effects on people either. And the shots that Gane was hitting Ngannou with, it was actually like Ngannou had never struck before, man. Dipping under, left hook, left hook, duck under again. Body shot, right hook, left hook, duck under again. Like, it was, I almost feel like they were dealing with lead hooks. In a way. That's what Ngannou does. Lead hooks, uppercuts. He'll throw like an occasional 1-2 and lean over himself, much like McGregor did to finish Mendes. That kind of stance when he throws his 1-2. But other than that, one thing that he has improved is he's got a better calf kick now. He's a little bit better balanced. He's more patient. He's got a tighter lead hook. And he's got an uppercut that he's always had, but this time it's a little bit more precise. And he did find that uppercut on Gane in that sparring footage. I don't see Gane hunching over into shit like that. Like, I can maybe see him getting caught bobbing under what he thinks is a lead hook, but it's really an uppercut, and that's what Ngannou hits him with. But when I look at the people that have lost to Ngannou, and I look at Ciryl Gane, there's night and day differences between how good they are. Stipe, in that Ngannou fight, had nothing. Straight up nothing for Ngannou. I have no idea what his game plan was. Maybe, like, I'm going to out-grapple him. Oh, fuck, I can't out-grapple him. I'm fucked. Here I go. I'm going to wait and see if there's an exchange where I can catch him. And he went to try and catch him. He caught Ngannou, got KO'd afterwards. But before that, what is he doing? Flat-footed, walking around, getting leg kicked, tapping shin to shin with Ngannou about 5 times. What did Jairzinho Rozenstruik do? Lean back with his head way up in the air and throw fucking babyish looking check hooks, trying to KO Ngannou while he's on one fucking leg and Ngannou's crashing forward against him. That's fucking dumb. JDS did nothing and then overhanded over himself where he fell forward afterwards and then just started running off. Like, past Ngannou, like, excuse me, mate, I'm going for a jog. Like, Ngannou's not going to fucking punch him in the head. Like, some of the decision-making skills that these heavyweights have had against Ngannou, Velasquez is throwing head kicks and shit. Like, it really is it really did make me second guess the IQ level of some heavyweights, but I feel like Ciryl Gane has got it, man. And I also feel like there's other factors going into this fight. Ngannou's under shit tons of pressure. Shit tons of pressure. Like, there's never been pressure like this in Ngannou's career. On the come up, he was hyped up, but he bought into it. He was a big egotistical guy when he came in the first time, before Stipe humbled him. And then he learned his lesson and became a bit more of a humble guy. But, like, he's been inactive compared to Gane. There's so much on the line. He knows if he loses, it is a nightmarish career outlook for him. If Ciryl Gane loses, he'll be a champ in 2 years. Like, I genuinely believe that. If he gets KO'd by Ngannou this weekend in the first round, give him a year, he'll be a champ again. He'll be fighting for a belt again. If Ngannou's there, he's there. If he's not, he's not. If he loses to Ngannou again, give him another year, he'll fight for a vacant belt. He'll probably win. If it's not against Ngannou. Like, you know, he'll run that gauntlet a couple of times. Like, he's got years to work with here. He's 31 years of age. He'll probably be 35, 36 before he even thinks about starting to hang it up. Like, he's got chances here. If Ngannou loses, he's kind of done, because you know the UFC is going to fuck him over so badly. He's 35. So he's already coming towards the end. I don't see him doing this into his 37s, 38. So I think he's got like 2 good years left. In his ideal world, he probably wants to beat Gane, beat Gane, try and fight Tyson Fury for the money, and then come back and work on like 2 more fights that can call him the heavyweight GOAT, and then retire. Maybe that's what his game plan is. But there's so much pressure on him. He's got to win. He's got to do good numbers in the pay-per-view sales. And card is so shit, and he knows that. He's got big negotiations coming up. Everyone's watching. He's talked a lot in the build-up to this as well. Like, Dana hates him. The UFC don't want him as champ right now. He knows that. Like, I just feel like there's so much pressure on Ngannou. It can't be his best performance. It can't be. There's like, relaxed Ngannou, nothing really going on. Come in here, destroy Rosenstruik, no big deal. That's good Ngannou. Immediately go in there, destroy, get work done. I feel like there's going to be a tentative Ngannou who's second-guessing some of his shots. And I think Gane's going to start landing some bigger shots as the rounds go on. Into the third, into the fourth. And I think eventually Ngannou's going to go. I think he is, and I think Gane's going to start throwing some flying knees and shit. Jump knees against a cage. Get the clinch. Knee to the body. And Ngannou tries to throw in the clinch. Gane moves. Elbow in the clinch. Elbow again. And then Ngannou starts to fear himself being KO'd. No one throws good fucking punches at Ngannou. And Gane will jab him as he runs in. Like, and that'll change Ngannou. Ngannou leaves these fights with nothing on his face. Nothing on his face. I mean, he won't have any swelling on his face whatsoever after the majority of his contests. In this bout, if he runs forward, he's going to get a stiff jab from a 250-something pound man of muscle straight in his nose. And it's going to bother him. And he's going to get jabbed in his eye. And he's going to get a teep to the stomach that hurts him as well. And if he starts hesitating a bit too much, Gane just might fucking throw a swift round kick to the stomach hard. Big time. Bang! Straight into the ribs of Ngannou. Moves back, shimmies out the way. He's going to chop at the legs of Ngannou. No little tapping, shin-to-shin kicks. Oh, fucking pray that I end up on top. Like, what was Stipe genuinely thinking? How did I fucking pick him? How did I pick him? I don't pick against Ngannou. Other than here. But I picked against him in that Stipe fight. Dude, I'm so dumb. Of course Stipe weren't going to out-grapple someone 40 pounds of muscle bigger than him. But either way, Gane's better. He's amazing. He's the next level. I can't ignore the skill that we're witnessing. It's nothing that we've ever seen before. He's leaps and bounds above the other heavyweights. Maybe Aspinall would stand some kind of technical chance in the boxing against Ciryl Gane, but Gane's got kicks over him all day. Like, he's just so much better in so many different areas than so many other heavyweights. I think he's a better grappler than these guys. Like, just off of being athletic and being able to move the way he can, he'd probably, like, stand an okay chance grappling with Stipe. You know what I mean? He probably might win that situation after watching what Ngannou did to Stipe in their second fight. Like, I reckon Gane could mix up takedowns here. If Ngannou rushes forward, swift blast double leg. No fucking see if I can grab a hold of a single from range, engage that way, try and grab a single, and if it doesn't work because I'm 40 pounds smaller, I'll just cover up and get punched like what Stipe did. I don't get that. I think Ngannou, has got a little bit too many things to worry about, and Gane's got one thing to worry about. And I think that's going to be the difference. Plus, Ngannou, when he's in the cage, Gane's going to see Ngannou. And he's going to see a bunch of people he doesn't even fucking know. Ngannou's going to see the guy who used to get the better of me in sparring. Oh, there's my coach behind him that I have massive beef with. Oh, fuck, is that Dana White watching as well? Oh, shit, has Tyson Fury fucking showed up? Like, there's going to be a... I don't think we're going to see a stone-faced Ngannou. Even if I'm wrong on the fight prediction, I'll say this. Ngannou's going to look terrified on the walkout. That's my prediction. He's going to look sweaty. He's going to have his eyes looking around all over the place. And he's going to look uncomfortable. Whether he lands that big shot or not, he's going to be extremely uncomfortable on the walkout. I know that. And I think that's going to be enough to lead into a loss to Ciryl Gane. Gane will be the champ. And if he wins against Ngannou this time, I think Ciryl Gane's going to be the GOAT, period, of the sport. No one beats this guy in the world. He beats Jones. He beats Stipe. He beats everyone else at heavyweight coming up. He retires with like 8 or 9 defenses at heavyweight and he's the GOAT forever. Undefeated. 19-0, 20-0, 18-0. There's no stopping him. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Click that button up there. Toodle pip. I'll see you later. Goodbye.